Hi there, I'm Michael Hill with Canine Chronicle TV, and for our Next Gen segment today, I'm here with Raygen Best. How are you, Raygen?
I'm doing good.
Good. So let's start at the very beginning. How did you first get started in the sport of dogs?
I was about 13, and I was watching Westminster online, and it was kind of something that I always wanted to do. We started out with labs, not all the great quality of labs, but I started out with doing conformation handling with Julie and Brian Rock and their daughters, Brianna and Christina, who also show as well. And I spent probably 2 or 3 years with them just learning how to do it. And then, started showing in juniors and realized that my quality of dog wasn't quite there yet. So then we kind of got into labs and I showed those for a while. 14 labs are really hard because you kind of lose a lot with labs. So we were at another dog show and my parents were like, well, let's, get you something else. Let's find a different breed that you like. And I saw Anna Meislowick at the time was showing a dog named Tug, who was one of the top Sammies a few years back. And I was like, I want one of those.
Give me that big white hairy thing.
Yeah, I'm like, I want one of those. They're so pretty.
Yeah.
So we got into Sammys and it kind of just, went on from there at 14 and kind of haven't looked back for the last.
So did you show the Sammys in juniors as well?
I tried a little bit with juniors. Sammys and juniors just aren't easy to do because Sammys go, no, I don't think so. I don't really want to cooperate.
Right.
So I started working for Jenny Mays and Memo in Arizona as a junior handler, working for them as their assistant. And Jenny had giant schnauzers. So I showed giant schnauzers in juniors for a while and just kind of got a little bit disheartened with juniors just because it was so hard to win. And I would have way more fun showing their client dogs in the classes and being able to go breed over, breed from the classes or go winner's dog. But they taught me so much just working for them as a junior handler. And then I kind of met Anna and learned, and I worked with her for probably 4 or 5 years as her assistant and learned how to groom Sammys. And then I got in with Claire O'Neill, who is where I got my first Sammy, Mia, from, and then Malone, who is a Sarge son, who is also a number 1 dog in his time as well. So I learned how to groom Sarge. I learned how to groom Ford, who was Anna's other best in show winning Sam. So it just kind of started from there with the Sammys.
Yeah. You were in the right place at the right time.
Yes, I definitely learned from the best when it comes to Sammys. And I've had so much help with the Arizona Sammy community, just teaching me everything. And, they're very helpful, helping, making sure you have the right dogs and teaching me grooming in the beginning and just great sportsmanship in the ring and around the ring, just with everybody being really helpful.
Oh, wonderful. What direction did your life take after the juniors and being an assistant? Where did the trajectory go from there?
Well, I got married about 8 years ago. And my husband was like, let's, I show dogs and he's like, I don't know that I really want to show dogs. So he kind of showed a little bit. And then I was working at a grooming shop for a long time for Anna as well. And then one of our groomers that we has golden retrievers, and you had another person that was handling her dogs, and I was like, well, I could show your dogs for you. So it kind of just got started from there. You don't make very much as an assistant, and only showing 1 or 2 dogs a day, I kind of made the same amount of money. So it was a lot more fun to go to a show and show my own dogs than to work for somebody else.
Yeah. And so are you still actively grooming too?
I do groom from home. Just with the showing and everything, especially right now, it's a little hard to work at a grooming shop because they don't like us being gone as much.
Sure.
To go to shows.
Yeah. So what would you say now that you're kind of back into the shows in more of a full-time capacity? What would you say your kind of main goals or trajectory that you're looking to pursue would be?
Right now, our main goal is this dog that I'm specialing right now. His name is Huxton. And he's sitting at number 6 right now. So we're really, really hoping to get up to number 5 to get an invitation to Westminster, because I've never got to go to Westminster. So we're super excited to try to get there.
Great.
Kind of
right there.
Our focus for this year.
That's awesome. What would, looking back on your time in dogs, what would you say your most memorable experience has been?
Lately, my most memorable experience is Huxton got a reserve best in show in November. He's kind of been my dog of first. He was the first group. I got 3 group 1s on him. He's been my first best in specialty win. It's his owner's very first show dog. So it's just so much fun to be a part of, you know, his experience and our experience, and kind of just growing together as a team, and kind of learning to compete in the specials ring, because it's a completely different,
Totally different ballgame.
Totally different than just going, I won winners. Okay, we're good. You know?
Yeah, he's done. That's
done,
awesome.
We're good. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I think my next question would be, looking back on your time in dogs, what advice would you give to somebody who's younger and getting started in the sport, maybe in juniors or as an assistant, to kind of capitalize on that experience and set them up for success?
Not to give up, to take all of your experiences working for those professional handlers and use it, you know, take all the good experiences from those, you know, ask as many questions as you possibly can, because they've been doing it for years. They know exactly, you know, what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, how you should be grooming. I mean, they're just a wealth of knowledge, and, you know, they're working for them is great, but the experiences and the things that you learn is invaluable, you know, to be able to continue on to do it in your own way, and not to give up in juniors, because it's hard. I mean, you might not win all the time, but you can go have more fun in the breed, and to still, because it's a great experience.
Right. There's a lot of losing involved in dog shows, even though it's not so fun.
That's why I love Goldens. They keep you humble.
Exactly. With an entry that size, you never know what's coming out on top.
Exactly.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time, Raygen. It's so exciting to see your progression, and good luck with your goals this year. And hopefully you'll be at Westminster next year.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.